Hey guys, I had some questions on the notation assignment, and looking at the notation assignment, I forgot to add something in there. So you have two options for your assignment. Option one is to do what we discussed, which is to write out orally in two different ways. And here's the PowerPoint. I added that into here. This is what we went over in Thursday in class at the end. It was in the file section, but all I did was I linked it in here. Now you can open it up from there. Option two is what you guys were seeing, is create a 16 measure notation assignment. That's up to you. If you want to do what we discussed in class, do that. Some of you feel like it's a little too easy and you want a little bit of a challenge, or you want to create something, and option two may be a better thing for you. But they're both the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna look at orally. I already created it inside of Finale. You can create it in whatever you want to. If you want inside your software, just find a single treble clef line. And all I did was I notated the whole thing out. That's the whole 16 measures. Your part one to the assignment was write it out, and then you have to put the string numbers to each string. So I already went inside of, in Finale, I'm in Expression Tools. I click on a note, and then I have to, this is not in Finale. You have to make this little string section. You have to look inside I sent you a link on there, and it shows you step by step how to make this. So I already have, like, this is my first string, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Those are my string indicators. So I know that that first note, G, since I clicked on it, is on my third string. So I come over here, click on 3, assign, and it's telling me now that that note is on the third string. The next note is a C, and I go, okay, the C is on the second string. So go back to Expression Tools, and you might stay in it and go, okay, second string. B is on second string. If you want to notate all the notes that are within the same string, you can. So I'm going to go through this. So the A is on the third string. So I can do this. But you notice how cluttered it gets. You do not have to do every note, but you can do, like, if there's a bunch that follow after it, what you can do is leave a gap. That way you know that from here to here is all in the second string. So third string, second string, third string. But if it jumps back up, then you go back to your Expression Tools and do this one. But you do this through the entire thing. So that's one part of it. You have the notation, and then you write the string indicators below. After that, you can add another 16 measures, or you can do it on another file. It's up to you. But then you would go and write these notes. Like the G is on the third string. So this is my, see if I can do this. Where's my double bar? So I can separate this. You can separate if you want to. Oh, there it is right there. So this is going to be the same thing as measure 1, but I'm only writing the strings out. So there's the G, so I'm going to go and grab my G, write G. Over here I have a C, but according to this it's second string, so I'm going to write the note that the letter that the string is on. So that's a C, but it's on the second string, so I'm going to write a B. This is a B, which is on the second string, so I'm going to write a B. I'm going to write, this is a C, but I know it's on the second string. I'm going to write a second string, which is a B. So if I'm working on this section, it's as if I'm reading only these notes written on the strings. I know it's kind of confusing, but your answers are right here. it says 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. So you're writing third string, which is G, and then just some B's. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 B's. 1, 2, 3, and then I'd pick another one and do another fourth B. And then it says third string, so I write a third string note. And then I would write a second string note. And then this is a C, which is on second string. So B. The next note right here is a B. This note is an A. A is found on the third string, so it's like that. And then this D is found on the second string. So second string is the letter B. Now this is not going to sound like anything. It's going to sound like either 2 or 3 notes because you have either a G, a B, or maybe a different note. But what this is good for is playing the strings on the guitar for your right hand. So you can always like give yourself a break. Instead of just practicing the notes with your left and your right hand, you can just practice playing the string, the correct string, with your right hand. And right there, I already answered one of your questions. What is this good for? So that's option 1. It's just working on this piece that we worked in class. First, you notate it out, and then you have to put string indicators, what string these notes are on. And then the second part to it is write just the notes out of those strings. Again, this is in your PowerPoint. Double check, look it over. Option 2 is if you want to write an exercise, but have an idea of what you're going to write that exercise over. Is it going to be a mental thing? Is it going to be a physical? You just want to write something out, but you still have to follow the same thing. You have to put the string indicator, and you're going to have to do a second part, which is you kind of just write out the strings that are being used. So yeah, remember, we're treble clef. We only use one staff. You do not need, like when you go inside a finale and you first start, if I go to pluck strings and I go to guitar and it has tab, I know it's here somewhere. Oh, well, the tablature's right there. If I click this, let's find out. I'm gonna hit add. Go through this real quick. So here I am inside of, I clicked on guitar, but tab's a little different. Tab has to do with numbers. Yes, we're not doing this right here. I'll show you how to read this, but right now we're not working with tablature right now. We are only focusing on this.